Hey guys, it's me Stace. Today is Thursday, February 14th, so happy Valentine's Day to you guys. I want to give you guys an update on the placemats we did a video on a few weeks ago. It was the Let's Sew or Let's Do Some Sewing video, I think it was. In that video, I shared with you guys the placemats. These are two of them, and I did a set of 4. I shared with you guys the material I used for the placemats, which is just jelly roll strips. And this is a quilt as you go method. So as you're sewing these down, you're also quilting the back, and then you just need to finish the edge of the quilt, which is the binding. I also mentioned in that video that I was very new to binding. I've never tried it before. Binding for some reason has always petrified me. I just never could figure it out. I never understood the method of it, but I really wanted to learn binding because I do think it gives the quilt or placemat, whatever you're using, a much better finish. So I did the binding with you guys, and the binding is not perfect at all. My miter corner is not perfect. So this is the first one we did. Okay, so this is the miter corner. Then you see it on this side. That one, they're not horribly back my first time, but definitely not good. The back is even worse. They don't even line up. Okay? This one's like not even a straight corner. It's more like a rounded corner. So how I did my binding, I just used fabric that I already had, just white cotton fabric. I cut it into strips of 2.5 inches, sewed my strips together to create my binding, then folded that in half. Then I sewed the binding on to the top of the quilt using a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around, and I joined my binding together to finish it all off. Then I rolled it to the back. I did iron it flat, rolled it to the back, and then when you guys see me sewing it, I sewed from the top, and I was always flipping it over on the back to catch it. I found myself missing a lot. I wasn't catching the binding on the back. So I did have to go in there and re-stitch it a few times. But for my first time trying binding, I would give myself an A, because I think these are so cute. Like I said, the binding's not perfect, but I was really happy I was able to at least try it and figure out the method or how to do the binding. I think once you figure out the method of how to do it, then you're likely to do a better job as you go. This is the second one I did. I think I did this one off camera. Again, not perfect. The miter corners on the top, a little bit better. On the back, maybe a little bit worse. I'm not quite sure. The back is definitely where I had made it. You can see this one doesn't even line up. That one, this one, and this one. But I found when I sewed on the top of the quilt, there's different ways. Do you put the binding on the top of the quilt? Do you put the binding on the back of the quilt? Do you hand stitch, machine stitch? There's all different kinds of ways, and I think you just need to do what works best for you. And I just tried what I thought would work, and it did work. I mean, I got the binding's on, but in the back, I found I missed a lot. I think it was on this first one I did. Yeah, now you can see here, I have all that little lip right there because the thread doesn't go all the way to the back. You can see this one's even worse. See all that extra fabric right there? You want to have your binding or your sewing go right to the end of that so you can't really see the stitching. So I did those 2. I still had 2 more to make, and I made one this morning and I made one yesterday. I'll share with you guys the method I think is the best method for me. So this is the one I made yesterday. Okay, and this one you can see the bottom not even straight. But I will say, the miter corners I'm getting better at. Again, this is the top. Okay, the back definitely gave me an issue with this one. It was just not cooperating at all. You can even see over here, I missed that spot right there. But my miter corners are not perfect at all. Okay, so this one, what I thought I would do is use a presser foot with my sewing machine called a stitch in the ditch. Basically what that does, it sews in between this white fabric and the quilt here. So you're sewing right there. So what I did first, when I had the binding on, I joined the binding together, I flipped it over, and I thought, okay, how can I secure the binding to the back? So I'm not going to the machine and flipping it over to make sure I caught the binding. There's different ways you can do it. You can use pins to secure the binding, but I do think that adds bulk, and then you run the risk of poking yourself. There's clips, there's wonder clips or clover clips. You can even use binding clips. I had none of those on hand, but I did have a glue stick, and I just used a regular old Elmer's glue stick, the purple washable kind, and I put the glue stick inside my seam allowance, folded the binding over, used a hot iron with no steam, and I just tacked the glue on. And by using the hot iron, it dries the glue, and I will tell you the binding stayed put. So I thought this is perfect, so that my binding's down the back. Now I can do the stitch in the ditch. I did that, and sometimes you'll see here, the stitch in the ditch foot, it's right there, or the stitching, does turn out really well. But I also missed places, I went off places, like you can see here. Again, I have all that extra. I don't like that look. I just think it looks really sloppy because when I put my stitch in the ditch, and I'll show you here what I'm referring to. I'm going to put a pin in where the stitch in a dish would go. Okay, where my sewing line would go. So my sewing is going right between these two pieces of fabric. On the back side, you can see where my pin is. It's way over here. So I have all that extra fabric there. And I did try it in a few places, knowing I would catch some, knowing I'd be off. But I thought, it's already glued down. I really can't unglue it to fix it. So I thought we'd just go with it. Okay, but I think overall, it turned out pretty cute. Okay, so the one I made this morning, much better method. Okay, so this is the finished placemat. Okay, and again, not perfectly straight, but again, I need to learn. It's all a learning thing. I need to learn once I'm done quilting it to make sure I'm squaring it off correctly. They're all the same size, that kind of thing. But what I did, I put my binding on the same way, stitching from the front, flipping it over and applying my glue. On the back though, let me show you the miter corners, because I think they're a lot better. There's that one. There's that one. That one there. You can see here I did miss some of my fabric, so I'll have to go in there and hand stitch that little piece down. Then we have that one. I mean, they're not quilt competition worthy, but they're definitely Stacy Kitchen worthy. I'm really happy with all 4 of them. So what I did, when I glued the binding on the back, okay, I put my pin in the back. Let me show you. I thought, okay, I'm going to try that stitch in a ditch again. So here's my pin where the stitching would go, but you see on the back how much I'd missed. Do you see where that pin is? Hopefully I can get, there you go. Okay, so you see how much fabric? There's almost a 1/4 of an inch. I would definitely have a pucker there, and I don't like the pucker in the back. So I thought, let me try to hand stitch it, see how I do. So I did all the hand stitching this morning. It took maybe 45 minutes. I love all aspects of sewing, whether it be sewing machine, embroidery machine, or needle and thread. I definitely like the needle and thread better. So any kind of quilt I make or placemat or table runner that I use this method with applying binding, I would definitely hand stitch it. Because I think for one, I have more accuracy. I'm controlling the fabric. I can see it better. I'm not flipping the quilt over or placement over to make sure I'm catching it. I can definitely finagle the corners. So this is the back of it. Okay, you can see that my miter corners are much better on the back. This one as well. Then we have that one. Okay, and you can barely see the stitching. I kind of like just put my needle and thread in the blue fabric, came up under the white a little bit, brought it out, and then just moved over a little bit, maybe like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch over. Again, I just took little bites out of the binding. Definitely love that method better. So I'm really, really happy with the finished result of this one. Again, it's not perfectly straight, but I'm happy I now have 4 placemats, all unique. They all have their flaws, and I love them. Aren't they cute? I love the colors, and these, the jelly roll he got from, I want to say Joann's, I believe. He got me 2 of them. Each jelly roll had 20 strips of, was it 20 or 40? I think each jelly roll had 20 strips, so I had 40 strips total. And I made 4 really cute placemats that'll go in my kitchen, whether it be on my table or on my server and hutched separately. But I really do like them. I love the colors. These are the colors really matched Pioneer Woman, and my kitchen's geared toward more of her stuff. So I think the colors are really cute. They definitely match my kitchen and my theme. So I'm really happy with those. I wanted to just give you guys an update. So I think for me personally, hand stitching the binding on is definitely the way to go. Now I did watch videos as far as when you machine stitch the binding on versus hand stitching. There is different ways you can do it. A lot of them say you want to put, if you're going to hand stitch the binding, you want to put the binding on, you want to attach the binding to the back, fold it over, then hand stitch the front. I don't know if I would do that just because I'm nervous. I think I'm going to just stay with this method, applying to the top of the quilt, flipping it over, hand stitch in the back. And still use the glue, because the glue definitely helps keep that in place as far as the binding. But again, when you're coming up to a miter, because I'm here with a needle and thread, I can finagle, I can open up a little bit, and I did even sew on the miter here. You definitely have more control with the needle and thread than you would, I think, with a sewing machine. So anyway, there's the update with the placemats. Other updates for you guys. I will be doing a scrapbook room tour. Probably I'll be either filming it today or tomorrow or the weekend. Share with you guys next week at some point, Monday or Tuesday. I definitely need to clean up a little bit and organize just a tad. For the most part, the room is done. I just need to mop the floor, vacuum, dust, and kind of clear the desk off. There comes Miss, don't want to say her name, but there she is. And all of her cuteness, Miss Dinah. She probably needs to go OUT. But I definitely plan on doing a scrapbook room tour next week. I also have been trying to be more consistent with uploading videos. I did a video every day this week. Granted, it's only Thursday, so I did one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today's a chatty video. My goal from this point forward is to try to do a video every day, Monday through Friday, and maybe pop a weekend in a weekend video in here and there. Just to be more consistent with you guys, because you guys are consistent with your comments, with liking the videos, sharing the videos. So I want to just pay it forward with you guys and just share as much content as I possibly can, but also make sure it's good content and give you guys variety. I also plan on doing a cooking video. I actually had one planned. It was a 2-ingredient pretzel bite. My husband is a big fan of soft pretzels. I'm not like them too, but he's a big fan of them. And I found this recipe on Pinterest. They call it for self-rising flour and yogurt, just equal parts. And I thought, okay, not bad. I made them. It took a lot longer than what the recipe initially called for one. They didn't brown quite like a pretzel would. And they tasted like salted sour cream yogurt. They weren't bad, but they weren't pretzel-like. So I was like, I'm not going to share if I don't like it. So I'm going to find a recipe on Pinterest, something simple that we can make or I can share with you guys. I also plan on, I mentioned before, being more consistent with my budget. I shared the budget video with you guys. I love the budget. Hubby and I are so excited about it. You know, now we pay Home Depot, especially because we're giving them extra each month. I look forward to paying Home Depot because I know in August that bill is done and then we can work forward and paying off Amazon, the other ones, and then be debt-free completely and have no credit cards. That is my end goal. And of course, moving out or moving to a piece of property is our big goal. But I'm excited about the budget. But I want to also share with you guys different things. Like I did a brother skin and cut video. We did a Cricut video. We did the 3D SVG. Do other videos like other DIYs. I plan on doing a toilet paper roll mini album. So if you guys would be interested in that, leave me a comment below. Just more variety. Just like I said, just sharing with you guys different things. So also, before I close the video, I want to mention 2 things to you guys. My other focus is my website and my store. Just to be more on that, be more social with my blog, be more social with my, be quicker replying back to comments you guys leave. I think I'm getting better at that. Be more active on my Facebook group and also on Instagram. Instagram is something I definitely struggle with. And also my Facebook group. Like today I'm doing a chatty video. There's really no project to share on my Facebook group. So I might pop in there and say, hi, how are you? Or what are you guys up to? That kind of thing, just to keep the group moving. But I want to be more active on all aspects. So for one, my newsletter. If you guys subscribe to that, you're like, Stace, I didn't get a newsletter in January, and you are correct. I did think about it like the first week of January, then I forgot about it. Then I thought about it again. It was like too late to send a newsletter, so I thought I'll just skip January and move on with February. So I just edited my February newsletter. It'll probably go out tomorrow because today is Valentine's Day. So the newsletter will go out tomorrow. You will see 4 new products or 4 new mug designs in my store. They're all like St. Patty's Irish type mugs. I think they're really, really fun and really cute. So you'll see those. Everything on my site now has free shipping. I struggled with figuring out the shipping method. I just thought free shipping all the way around. So you'll see free shipping. Also my Facebook group. Again, I'm more active over there. I plan on starting in March. So if you guys are not part of my Facebook group, I'll have a link below. You can join. It is free to join. I'm going to start doing monthly contests or monthly challenges and monthly giveaways starting in March. So for example, I'll come up with a challenge or idea or something we can do as a Facebook group to make or to whatever we want to do. And then for the giveaway, you guys, the members of my Facebook group, will actually choose the winner. So I think that's a kind of fun way to do it. So I'm not choosing a winner. I'll provide you guys the challenge or the contest and the giveaway that I'm doing, but you guys will actually pick the winner. So you'll see that coming in March. So again, if you guys are not on my Facebook group, feel free to do that below. Just click on the link. I think that's it, guys. So on Instagram, I do post there. I post random pictures of the girls. I post the thread rack that hubby built for my embroidery thread over there. Again, I struggle with Instagram. I'm trying to be more consistent with that. Just to be more active. Like I said, on all social media. Just be more focused in general. Just focus on my channel here with you guys, focusing on the comments, focusing on the interaction we have here, focusing on my Facebook group, focusing on my blog, all social media, budget, different varieties of videos, and trying to put a video out every day. So my next video, I think I might do a Project Life process video with you guys, how I do Project Life, and I've been doing it since the beginning of the year, only a month and a half in, but I do like this method. How I print all my photos at home, for one. And how I do it is I split the month in half. So January 1st to say January 15th, I'll print all those photos out. That way I have all the photos done. Then I work and put them in my album. I put them where they're going to go, do any journaling or embellishing. This way I'm not bombarded by the end of the month, and I have a whole month of photos to print out and a whole month of album to embellish or journal. Because I will get bombarded and I'll fall behind. So my way to stay on top of it is to do half a month at a time. So I did the first half of January, the ending of January, I did the second half of January, then the first week of February, I shared with you guys the album. That's going to be my system. So today is exactly the halfway point of February. So I'll probably print my photos out tomorrow, and then maybe then I'll do my layouts that I normally would do, and maybe film it with you guys so you guys can see my mindset or my process of how I do it. I'm not sure how long the video will be, but it'll just be how I think. I might fast forward through some boring parts, but we'll just kind of go with it. I also plan on doing a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout again for February. I want to do one of them each month. This one might be just to use what we have on hand, not even use anything Cricut, nothing stampy, just, or we would use stamps, but just be more generic in the layout, and see what we come up with. So that I'll have that video coming up soon. My scrapbook room tour is coming up. I plan on doing another brother scan and cut video with you guys. Just like I said, more variety. So if you guys have any ideas for video suggestions, I would love to hear them. You can leave a comment below. You can email me on my blog. You can post on my Facebook group. Love to hear your feedback. If you guys create anything that we create here on my channel, you can either email it to me. I'd love to see what you guys create or see your take on it. You can also share my Facebook group. So again, just my goal here is to be more interactive with you guys throughout the year and moving forward. So any questions at all with the placemats, let me know what you guys think about that. I definitely do think that for me, the hand stitching binding on is definitely my way to go. I think it's much easier. I better control the fabric. Like I said, any videos you guys are interested in or any ideas you have, let me know below. But other than that, guys, I'll let you guys go. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Hubby and I don't really do anything for Valentine's Day. I just think Valentine's Day is like a wasted holiday. I think it's just a toddy to spend money. Chocolates, flowers, cards. I don't need all that. My Valentine is here every day, 24/7, 365 days a week. So we don't really do anything for Valentine's Day other than say Happy Valentine's Day. But if you guys do celebrate it, I wish you all the best with your significant other, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever you celebrate Valentine's Day with. Any questions, guys, let me know. I want to take the little girl out because she's going to be bugging me. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.